Well, yesterday was an active day in the ag marketplace. Saw the April WASDE report. Pretty quiet, but a few things to glean from that information. We're looking at today's daily market summary with Curt Kimmel of agmarket.net. And Curt, here on this Friday, how have we seen the grains trade?
Mixed. Corn down 2 to 3, beans up 4 to 10, the wheat market down 3 to 4. Spread activity. This morning on Friday, we saw corn sale 125,000 tons to unknown destination. Then we saw 100,000 tons of meal cake to Italy. So that's a big purchase that we've not seen for years. Kind of helped the cause, but beans continue to find some support from the record crush pace. Crush margins are real good, and so we saw quite a bit of activity there. Also, too, the meal up over $12 to $14 a ton, bean oil down, some unwinding of that spread. It pushed meal to some higher prices we've not seen for quite some time. So kind of a mixed bag. But yes, the report's out of the way now, unchanged on the carryout numbers. And we'll now focus on the new crop that we're putting in the ground here, as we'll see the first estimates here in May on that, Raleigh.
And I know, particularly for the corn, we're hoping to see those stronger export sales continue, bring those ending stocks down. If we continue that pace, would we see a significant change there? Or at this point, are we just hoping to maybe minimize those ending stocks?
Now, I think that corn number is good. Exports, we continue to see strong export demand, strong shipments. I don't think they're going to back off on that. It could probably slow slightly in through here. But also, too, ethanol. We've got record ethanol usage. Ethanol crush is strong. So the corn market's just hitting on all cylinders on the demand side of the equation. I would expect the old crop corn estimate to maybe come down 10, 20, 30 million bushels. But the new crop corn estimate is going to be the one to watch here once we get the crop in the ground.
And then over on the livestock side of things, how have cattle and hogs traded today?
Oh, just cattle, just like a bottle rocket, new highs. The fats were up $2. The feeders up $1.60, $1.90. Hogs were kind of mixed, but the economists got the whole meat sector wrong. Higher prices in here is not scaring demand away too much. People like the red meat eating out still. They'll find some ways to buy some meat, and grilling season is going to be fired up here fairly quickly. So beef sector continues, looks fairly strong. We're still looking at some tight numbers, good demand. Hogs on the other side is kind of the short end of the spread here. So we'll see how this cookout featuring goes here as we move down the road.
And when we think about that, that cookout demand, seeing those prices, the consumer still wanting to get that beef. We're also seeing those higher fuel prices as well. Consumers kind of making the choices there. Do we think that the consumer could lean either way of like, okay, well, I need to focus on having fuel, so maybe I'll get less beef, but or do we just think that the consumer has the demand for that, they're just going to keep buying?
Stay home, eat beef, I guess, is the main thing to maybe look at. But it's probably going to affect vacation travel somewhat. But today's mentality is a lot different than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. As long as I've got a credit card, I'm going to town.
All right, Curt, lots of great information today. For anybody who would like to get in touch with agmarket.net for more marketing information, how can they do that?
1-800-779-1515. Or else we'll go to agmarket.net.
Curt, thanks again for your time. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon.
You bet. Take care.